I'm going to tell you why Romney won last night, and this is something that's going to be a cumulative effect. You have to understand that those of us who have already made up our minds, we've been paying attention, and that's why Barack Obama has gone after the dummy vote. And that's who he was playing to last night, the dummy vote. And you know this because if you listen to what he said about just gas prices, it doesn't even make any sense. If you listen to what he said about the oil leases, he was lying. I mean, he lied. Who was it? PolitiFact came out right away and said, "No, the president."
Chris Wallace came out
I saw
as
that.
well. Yeah, both. Yeah. And multiple fact check organizations showed that he was wrong on that one.
But arrogant on it. Not just like, hey, this is the. No, sir, that's not right. And then made up his own facts that were just lies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is a cumulative effect. And here's what the president's plan is and why it's not going to work. The president, his plan is tax the rich, invest in infrastructure and teachers and cops, and green jobs. Well, that was your plan last time. So you're saying more of the same. It won't work. And the average American knows that. They know that what we've done, they may not know why, but they know this isn't working. So the stated plan is that tax the rich, invest in infrastructure, teachers, cops, green jobs. That's the stated plan. But more importantly, his plan to win the election is paint Mitt Romney into a monster. Make him look like an uncaring, unfeeling, big business tycoon that doesn't care, doesn't think like the average person, doesn't care about the average person, hates the poor, and is going to destroy us. That's that is what they've done is the opposite of what the press has done with Barack Obama. They made Barack Obama into the Messiah, and it worked. They're making Mitt Romney into the Antichrist, and it won't work. And here's why. I believe the people who are watching the debate right now, they're looking for a reason to vote for somebody else. People don't like change, and they're afraid. You don't want to change captains of a ship in the middle of the storm. And remember, I do if it's shown that the captain is the guy who's steering us into more dangerous waters. But a lot of people on a ship in a storm will just go with the guy wearing the uniform. However, if you have a captain saying you don't want this guy because this guy's dangerous, this guy's evil, he doesn't care about you, he doesn't care about any of the passengers. He's not like you, and you know what he's going to do? He's going to take your daughters and he's going to throw them down in the brig downstairs. Well, people are smart enough when you can get both of them in a room to ask enough questions and to evaluate. Is that true? Because if that's not true, then that speaks to the character of this man. And now I have to worry about this man. Barack Obama is destroying himself. The questions that the average person have, I think, at this point, is Mitt Romney a monster? If you're looking for a reason, if you're at all changeable, is he a monster? You can watch him in the last two debates and say, no. Does he care about the country? Yes. Can he relate to me? Yeah. Does he feel the pain of joblessness in the country? Yes. Does he care about my number one priority, which anyone will tell you is the economy and jobs? That's all he talks about. Does he have a plan? 5 steps. Will they work? I don't know. But does he have a plan that's different than George Bush's and different than Barack Obama? Yeah. Is he going to be tough when we need him to be tough? Oh, yeah. He's the guy who just emasculated the president of the United States 3 times. Once in the first debate, twice last night. Does he look or feel presidential? Yeah, I thought more than the president. I've never seen that in my lifetime. Is he a religious zealot? No, he doesn't appear to be. Is he conservative, so far conservative that he's crazy, that we're going to have Salem witch trials? No. Okay. None of those are necessarily great selling points on Mitt Romney. But this is why the president will lose. Because the president has spent so much time and money making Mitt Romney into something that he is not. It hurts the credibility of the president of the United States. Does the president recognize the pain that we're in? No, I don't think so, because he's not said, look, my policies aren't working. They're not working. They're not working like we wanted them to work. We thought they would, but that's why we've come up with a new strategy. He doesn't have a new plan. He's using the same plan, which he can say all he wants. It didn't work the way he wanted, but if he's introducing the same plan, he doesn't think he's made any mistakes. Ask the president of the United States this question. Mr. Obama, can you tell us the mistakes that you've made? Remember they kept asking George Bush that? Can you tell the American people the mistakes that you've made? The guy won't answer those questions.
You haven't explained it well enough. That's all he says.
That was his answer.
That's all he says.
I just haven't explained it well enough. Mm-hmm. So does he feel the pain of the American people? Well, if you answer that the only reason why you had $1.87 a gallon gasoline is because the economy collapsed, no, he doesn't have a problem with $4 a gallon gasoline. Your people and you have been saying lies about Mitt Romney. You told me he was a monster, that I couldn't trust him, that he was going to get into my wife's fallopian tubes, that he was a crazy man. He seems pretty reasonable. Mitt Romney just has to remain an adult, and he has. It's what I've been saying from the beginning. If America is crying out for an adult, the president didn't appear as an adult. He did a couple of times. Joe Biden certainly didn't. And the president didn't appear as an adult the first time. He didn't even look presidential. He may never recover from that first debate. And Romney buries him in foreign policy next week. Buries him. Because the best thing that could have happened to him, the best thing that could have happened to him is Candy Crowley could have been accurate. But the best thing that could have happened to him last night, as it turns out, is that he did have that Libyan gaffe. Because next week, it's all on foreign policy. Believe me, Mitt Romney's going to be extraordinarily clear and careful with his language. There's no way he's going to make a mistake like that again. And he will clean his clock because the world is in a state of madness. Mitt Romney, in everybody's program that runs behind, Mitt Romney won because he looked honest. He looked like he had a different plan. He looked honorable. He looked like he could relate. He looked presidential. He looked tough when he needed to be. And that's what America's looking for. America, I just don't think they trust Barack Obama. There's enough question out there. All they're looking to do, can I trust this guy? And the more the president lies about about Mitt Romney, the bigger the loss for Barack Obama will be. Because it says something about his character, not Mitt Romney's.